Hello everyone, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. In this video, I'm going to talk about the first card of the Major Arcana in the Tarot. This is our beautifully innocent Fool. He basically begins the journey. He is the first burst of energy in the tarot deck. He springs up unexpectedly, not knowing what lies ahead of him, unaware of his circumstances because he has no life experience, and yet he takes the plunge into the unknown. Completely clueless, completely innocent, and wonderfully spontaneous. The Fool brings this amazing energy to the entire Major Arcana deck. He is basically the alpha, but an alpha that is unripe. Sorry if that sounds too confusing. This basically means that there is so much potential in this card. When it appears in a reading, this is about major new beginnings. This is about an infusion of energy that restarts everything from the beginning, freshly, newly, and decisively. The Fool can also be a little bit about indulging in things without realizing, without consideration. It can be about, well, being foolish, as the card actually shows. You could take too many risks in a situation, so you might need to temper this card with maybe justice, or maybe one of the emperors, so the empress or the emperor, or perhaps even with some sort of temperance around it, or the star. The Fool does need companions. He looks alone in the imagery, but there is a sort of optimism, a sort of childlike wonder for the world that helps him or her attract a lot of friends, attract a lot of opportunities, because the mind of the Fool is unlimited, and that's one of the best qualities. Here the Fool is represented as a bit of a pauper, but a creative pauper, a person that is a bit foolish and a bit mad, but at the same time innocent and childlike. There is nothing harmful about the Fool. The only person that he or she can harm is himself or herself. So the unbridled optimism and joy of the Fool kind of makes him unaware of the potential dangers that surround him. At the same time, the world is explored and seen from this perspective in a completely beautiful light, in a completely open-minded light. So I do see the Fool primarily as a sign of open-mindedness. And I do see it in a way reflecting the energy of the first two zodiac signs, which are the sign of Aries and the sign of Taurus. Aries is all about passionate fire and optimism, so that enthusiasm to burst forth into life and just rather than think about life, just experience life. While Taurus is all about taking that optimism and grounding it in material pleasures. So the Fool kind of brings this because he is jumping forth into the unknown with his feet firmly planted onto a rock. So there is an element of being grounded, there is an element of being realistic, but not that much. Because in the end, don't we all need a little bit of playfulness? Don't we all need a little bit of fire in our chest to push us forward? When this card appears in a tarot spread, I do see it as a sign of optimism, as a sign of new paths opening forward. I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.